How's everybody doing? Aloha. I'm gonna give y'all a minute to get on in here. Everybody can get on in. Make yourself comfortable. Come on in. Yeah, you guys come on in. Let's go. Get y'all comfortable and get ready. I'll give y'all a minute. Alright, how's everybody doing? Good? Good? Right on. Well, let me just start off by saying, good win from the boys today. For sure. A lot of things didn't go right for us. Started off ugly. 14-0. You hate coming out that way. You never really want that out of any start, you know, any point of the year. You don't really want that. So, we had to come out and fight. Um, it's kind of been like that all year, I would say. It's been like that all season. But these boys really come out there and they did the thing this week. It wasn't pretty. It was definitely ugly. I'll say that for sure. But, they can't all be pretty, right? Sometimes you gotta make it ugly, and sometimes you gotta just win those ugly ones. And I think we were able to do that today. That's what's most important. The boys really fought. I like what we did on the run game. This is what I've been expecting from our run all year. I think this is just the potential of what it can be. This is only the start of it. I think we do have a three-headed monster back there right now. That's going to really put us over that edge, over that 200 mark. It was nice to have Walker back this week, for sure. As you can see, he scored that touchdown late in the game to really give us a chance to, finish off the game and get the win. So, yeah, good to see him back. Obviously, Hines did some good things back there, too. Both the guys, obviously, Aguilar, Tyler, didn't really get that many touches this week. But, that's okay. It just didn't happen for him. We wanted to really work Walker back in the game this week. He's got fresh legs. He's been relaxing a lot with that foot injury, so he's not really able to do anything besides chill, relax. You know, so he came out. He played well. Hines as well played well. Defensively, I also think we did some great things. Tariq coming back and we call him out and then he comes and makes a play this week. So that's huge. I believe that's going to continue for him. I think he has more to come and more to show us. It just might take a little bit more time, but this is a huge step for him. It was a very impressive interception that he had. And to take that all the way down the field, 98 yards, it just flips momentum. You know, we're down big right there. It's all. We did have that nice turnover before that, but that's just really what I want to say. Defense played amazing this week, and they kept us in the game. It's just that simple. They kept us in the game for the whole game. And if it wasn't for our stars in defense, I don't know where we would be right now. We well, I do know where we'd be. We'd be 1-7. All right, and that's not where we want to be. So it's huge for them to step up for us this week. Obviously, we still got a lot of things to clean up. Offense is not there at all, and not even a little bit. It's been very disappointing. This week was just, it wasn't the week we were looking for. It was terrible. If I had to put it bluntly, we didn't play well on offense. The pass game looked horrendous. I don't even know if there was a pass game. I don't know where it went. Pretty sure we just threw it out the window early. Early in the game, we threw it out the window because we weren't doing much. Grant having interceptions. Still got a lot of things to work out. And I understand he's frustrated as a young man. It was important that we still won this game, to keep his morale at least even. Give him another chance, another week to put it together, put some drives together, put some points on the board, and kind of just go from there. He's got a lot of work to do, though, man. Not much else to say. He's got a lot of work to do. But everything else was okay. We won the game. That's what's most important. We're still alive. We won the game. It's on to the Chargers. We got a tough matchup next week against the Chargers. So just like I'm doing now, that's what we're gonna have to do this week. We're gonna have to really roll up our sleeves and we're gonna have to dig in. Because I know them boys, them men over there, they come to play. And it's not gonna be no easy walk in the park. It's not none of that. But I will also say none of these games are. This is a tough league that we play in. And we got a lot of well-coached teams across the board. So every week is a challenge for us. And every week we're fighting for our lives. And the men know that in that locker room. They understand that. But we're gonna keep on working. I really believe in these guys. I think, like I've been saying, in past weeks, we still got a lot of work to do. Obviously, this is just one win. Yeah, we need to, cherish it, celebrate it. But we also need to understand it's just one. And we have many more to get before we're going to get to where, I expect us to be. So, but, I'm proud of my guys. I'm proud of my men. We fought hard and we got it done. Yeah, it came down to the last second. It was really looking like, another overtime game, which was, we were prepared for. We were okay with that, but it's just tough to see. I think that would have been back, 3 weeks in a row of OT games. It's putting a lot of tread on the tires for those men. So I'm happy we were able to, squeak it out in regulation. But yeah, with that, I'll open it up to questions. Right here. Thank you. Yeah. So he says big win this week, right? Yeah, which it was. We needed this. We needed this win. We needed this win about 3 weeks ago. But we're gonna take it now, and that's fine. We need to learn to build on it and keep going. What's the feeling like in the locker room? It's definitely high spirits right now. Like I said, we needed this win. We needed this win. And we fought hard, and we got it done. So, like I said, we're gonna take the rest of this night, and feel good about this win. But come tomorrow, we need to be locked in and ready for the Chargers. Over here. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm looking at the stats right here. I see that. Said the Chiefs doubled us in total yards. How are we still able to pull off the win? Well, it just sometimes you could say it's luck, but sometimes it's just the wind just blows in your direction. You know what I mean? Because I mean, it's a tough question because I don't really know how to say it. We scored more points. That's how we won. That's how we still won. We scored more points because, yeah, when you look at it on paper, we shouldn't have won this game. They dominated in the pass. They dominated on the rush. They killed us in time of possession. But somehow we're still able to get that win, and I think that just shows what our defense still was able to do. Because you got to think that's two times we scored on defense. Um, I want to say the scoop and score from Taki Taki was about maybe midfield or something like that. But that's with them driving, taking a lot of time off, and then we just boom score real quick and give them the ball right back, and then they're able to drive again. So those things do happen. And then the other drive, it was already down. They were on the 2 yard line. You know what I mean? Before we get that pick six. So sometimes that's just how it looks. You know, but we got some dogs in that locker room. And we were able to get it done because of their mentality. They never given up, even when their coach, is thinking that it's over. Because I was ready to call it quits after the first quarter. When we're down 14-0, and I got my QB out here throwing it up for anybody like we're playing goddamn 500 or jackpot. I mean? He's just throwing it up, jackpot. I don't know what's going on. So thankfully our defense still put it together enough for us to win, and that run game still did the thing. So once that pass game wants to catch up with us, we might be talking about something serious here. All right, next question. Okay, not the game we won today from Mayo. What went wrong? Nothing went wrong. I mean, well, I already told you what it was. You know, and that was the pass game wasn't there this week. I don't know what happened. I don't know what. I really don't know what happened. And we're gonna break down the film again. Watch over it and try to digest it and understand what went wrong. But I don't have a clear answer for you. It's very disappointing that our young star receiver only got one touch for 12 yards. Um, I do believe that one pick that we had early in the game was supposed to go to Mayo. You know, so I don't know if the man just made the wrong read. Um, I don't know what happened, but again, that's all right. Mayo will get there. He's gonna get there next week. We're gonna put him right back in the game plan. We're gonna make sure he gets his touches. Um, so those things are gonna come. I know it's already getting close to late in the season. He's not. He doesn't have the yardage that I would like him to have, but we'll get him back. We'll get him back again next week. We're gonna get him going. Thank you. Next question. Woodland or Tyreek? Yeah, Tyreek had a huge pick six today to tie it up 14. How does he keep making plays? Well, we just try to keep putting him in the right position to make those plays. But he's just an athlete out there, so you can almost put him anywhere back there in that secondary, and I feel like he's going to be able to make them plays. He's tall enough. He's got that length. He's fast enough as well, so he can cover a lot of the field. But the thing is, you're just not going to be able to throw it over him. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's just going to make those plays for us, and I'm so happy to see what he did this week. It was such a beautiful thing. And I kind of saw it coming as soon as he caught it, and and Kelsey kind of came around and missed the tackle. There was no way. There was no way Mahomes should have been able to catch him, and he's gone. He's 88 and out the gate from there. Next question. Grant struggled today. Only 100 yards and 2 picks. Where do you go from here? Is he still your starter? That's a good question. Short answer, yes. Short answer, yes, he's still our starter. We're going to go into Chargers, going into this week against the Chargers, expecting him to be our starter this week. We're not ready to shut the doors on him, but I'm gonna tell you what, it's getting close. All right, it's getting close. Now, I understand he's a young quarterback; he's still developing. You don't want to pull the plug on him, uh, but we're getting to a point to where it's almost that time. It's almost that time because each week, we're fighting for our lives at this point. Each week, we must win to stay alive. So we can't really afford many more mistakes. You know, we can't afford too many more because once we make those mistakes, the season's over for us, just like that. And it's already getting close. So, but Grant is still our guy. He's still our guy, and I know he's gonna get the job done for us. That's why he's still our guy. I still got faith in the young man. Started off ugly with a 14-0 run. What's going on the sideline at that point? Um, a lot of frustrations. A lot of frustration, especially for me. And I say this each week how I need to be a better leader for my team, and just stay there, stay even keel and be able to just go with the flow. But it's tough a lot of times because my quarterback is terrible. You know, he's pretty terrible. So it's hard. It's hard, and I understand he's gonna hear that, but I better light a fire up under him because what's he supposed to do? He gonna sulk? He gonna sulk and then lose his spot and then lose his opportunity to ever play again in the NFL? Or is he gonna man up, buck up, and get his shit together? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it wasn't a pretty feeling. I'm gonna tell you that. It wasn't a pretty feeling from anyone, especially from me. But our defense kept us alive, put us together. Taki Taki having a huge game today with that scoop and score. To cut it within one possession. And then our defense doing it again with a pick six to put us up and tie the game. But it's tough because the games are going to be like that, man. It's up and down. A lot of games are roller coasters. You got to be able to stay with it. But we're still learning. We're still learning. Next question. What needs to change in the passing game for us to get going? Our quarterback. QB change. QB change. Nah. Listen, it's just game planning. Okay, we're gonna have to check the film, see what the Chargers like, what they don't like, what works against them, and we're gonna go from there. Maybe we're gonna have to start opening it up a little bit. We might have to start throwing it deep a little bit more, and that might be in the game plan this week. He does have the arm for it, but we're just gonna find the opportunities. We're gonna have that 250, 300 consistent passing yard game from our QB. We just gotta give him time. Alright, he's a young guy, young cat, he's still trying to get into the flow of things. It's been a tough season so far, so, we're still fighting. But we're going to take it day to day, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about Walker being back? What happens now with three solid running backs? Well, I think it's honestly going to do nothing but help us. We've seen that this week. The run game looked good, and be able to have three running backs, and keeping them all fresh and having a power back. I see a lot of potential in our run game. I see a lot of potential, and I'm very excited for it because this is kind of what I built this team for, really. So to be able to pick up Hines in the free agency was huge for us. We still only have him down for the year. I would like to see how he progresses on. With Walker back, because we might be talking about bringing him back next year. We just have to make sure that our flow with the run game stays together. I still want to make sure that Tyler is also still getting touches because I believe he is an asset in the backfield as well. He doesn't really have that speed, but he can break some tackles. He still has a little bit of agility there too. So I think it's a huge step for us. There's only 1 week. We'll see what we'll be able to do against the Chargers. The Chiefs do have a pretty solid defensive line. So it was nice to be able to still run against them. I'm excited to see what we're going to be able to do next week, though, against the Chargers. All right, we'll take it right here. Do you see this team making the playoffs? We're not even thinking about that. Because right now, no. With our record, of course not. The playoff, if it ended today, we're not in the playoffs. So we're taking it each week. We're on to the Chargers. We're gonna see what happens with the Chargers. And then we can go from there. But yeah, I'm not gonna say yes because I don't think we're ready for the playoffs. Honestly, to be truthful, we're not there yet. But we're gonna see what we do next week, and we go from there. We get another big win. Then there's some momentum in our court. We're gonna take our momentum into that bye. So this is a big game for us this week, and we'll see what happens. I'm excited. I'm always excited to get my boys out there. Being able to play these games. It's always nice. It's always fun. I hope for better things with my quarterback. That's why we drafted him. I don't want him out there slacking. It's going to be tough for the young man, but I really think he can put things together. We just got to put him in a better position. It comes down to coaching. All right, is that it? All right, well, listen, I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Go Bucks. OHIO, baby.